So guys, what is going on? I hope you guys are well. So guys, we've heard the news with Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk. Salman, apparently they're having trouble making this fight. You know, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua are frustrated. Their frustration with the sanctioning bodies, the fact that every time that Anthony Joshua doesn't get to choose who he wants to fight, he's having mandatory after mandatory after mandatory after mandatory forced on him. And now he's been forced Alexander Usyk, who is the, WBO mandatory challenger. And Usyk is obviously a very, very tricky fight, very hard fight for Anthony Joshua. They are talking with other guys like Andy Ruiz to do the trilogy and to Dillian White to do a rematch. The boxing fans are thinking that Anthony Joshua wants to duck Usyk because he's a very dangerous fight. And he's a very tricky fight, and Joshua may not want that work. What do you make of the whole situation? Obviously, apparently there's also Usyk's team, Usyk being one of the best fighters in the world. Usyk apparently doesn't want a rematch clause in the contract. He's saying that I'm a mandatory challenger, and mandatories don't have rematch clauses. That was the whole purpose of being a mandatory. Also, I think mandatories have a 70-30, or I think the WBO have a 70-30 split, and maybe Eddie Hearn and Joshua maybe don't want to give him that kind of split, and they're offering him less money. Now, we're waiting until this Tuesday, and then if they don't reach a deal, I believe it goes to purse bids. What do you make of this whole situation? What do you make of the fact that Anthony Joshua looks like he may be in talks with Dillian White for a rematch, or with Andy Ruiz for the trilogy? Do you think it's a case where maybe Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua look at it and think that Usyk might be dangerous for them?
I don't know. In terms of the money and stuff, I don't know. In terms of the fight being dangerous, I think my opinion's always been what I think. I think Usyk's a tricky fight. He's a good fighter, but obviously he's fought against, he's not really fought against to the top level heavyweights yet. But if he was to fight Anthony Joshua, he will be tricky for the first 4 or 5 rounds maybe, but I can see him getting worn down and getting knocked out in that fight. I just think it's not that he's not.
He's got granite chin. He's got granite chin. You've got to say that Usyk's very tricky, very hard to hit. You can't hit him.
No, but the thing is, it's you can have a granite chin, but the chin wears down. When you're getting hit to the body, and when a guy that's a natural 250 pounds guy is on you.
Yeah, but that's if you can hit him. That's if you can hit him.
I can't. Yeah, but the thing is, you can hit Usyk. Loads of fighters. Belly was hitting Usyk. Chisora was
Belly's
hitting
faster
Usyk.
than Joshua. Belly's quicker.
Yeah, but Chisora was hitting Usyk. So, and the thing is, Joshua's levels above Chisora. So you got to realize it's a different level fighter. They're both Olympic gold medalists. So Joshua's an Olympic gold medalist for a reason. And I just think personally, it's not. If they were both the same weight, the same height, then I would probably pick Usyk, because I think Usyk has the better skills. But I don't think this is going to come to that. I can't see just Usyk. I don't think Joshua's going to allow Usyk to outbox him for 12 rounds. I just can't see that.
Why do you think Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua are struggling to reach a deal with Alexander Usyk?
Maybe Usyk's asking for more money. Maybe Usyk doesn't want a rematch clause, but maybe Joshua has a rematch clause on all of his fights. Like if he didn't have a rematch clause against Ruiz, he might have not been able to get his belt back.
If Anthony Joshua doesn't take this fight and decides to vacate the WBO belt, is it a duck?
I don't think he ducks anyone. I think he.
No, but you're not answering the question. You're not answering the question. If he ducks the WBO, if he decides to vacate the WBO, right?
Yeah.
And then goes and fights Dillian White, but vacates the WBO belt.
Then it's not a duck, because Dillian White's a credible name. Usyk's not.
No, but he's a mandatory challenger right now. Usyk is the mandatory challenger. If Joshua vacates the WBO belt.
Yeah, but that's like saying if he ducked Pulev, that's a duck. It's the same thing.
But he fought
a duck would be if you you duck someone and then fight bomb, then yeah, then he's ducking. But if he fights a top level guy like Dillian White,
yeah, but you can't, he's already fought Dillian White. Come on.
Yeah, but
the fact of the
Dillian
matter
White's
is
better now.
the fact of the no, but the fact of the matter is you've got to understand. It's not about, oh, you go and fight another good guy. Well, it's not a duck. The fact of the matter is that you are mandatory challenger. You are dropping your belt. You are basically putting your belt in the trash can and saying, okay, I'm not gonna fight this guy. I'm gonna vacate the belt.
Yeah, but he can go and fight. He can go and fight Joyce then for it.
He
and
will.
Then
Usyk
Joshua
will.
can fight him after.
No, but why? Why would you give up your belt? So basically, then him and Fury can't fight for undisputed. Then
Is what it is. Whatever he
so
chooses.
so is it a duck then?
I don't believe so, because if throughout his career he showed that he would fight lower level opposition, then you can say he's a ducker. But I don't think he's.
Yeah, but why wouldn't he fight? Why wouldn't he fight Usyk then?
But he will fight Usyk. I think he'll fight Usyk. I think that fight's happening personally, because I don't think any other fight makes sense. I don't think the Ruiz trilogy out. I don't think that makes sense. The Dillian White fight. I don't think that's going to happen before the Tyson Fury undisputed fight. So all of this is just speculation. But I personally think that fight's going to happen. The Usyk versus Joshua. Personally, I don't think Joshua's not going to fight Usyk. I don't know. Obviously, you might have had some sort of sources, but I think he's definitely fighting Usyk. I think that's because if he wasn't going to fight Fury, the only next option is Usyk. He's not going to fight Dillian White because it doesn't make sense. You know, the next fight in line for Joshua and Fury's fighting Wilder and Joshua's fighting Usyk. We all know that. You know, if they can't reach a deal, then it's going to go to purse splits and then whatever. And then Usyk's going to get like 20% or something, wherever the guy gets.
But here's the question:
Eddie Hearn's going to win the purse split anyway.
Do you think it's a case that maybe Eddie Hearn are trying to put pressure on Team Usyk?
To do what though? Where else does Joshua have to go? Like, he ain't gonna fight Ruiz again.
But here's the thing. Remember, Usyk is gonna get a massive payday fighting Joshua. He's not gonna get that kind of money fighting Joyce.
Of course not.
So the thing is it a case
that's
where...
why Usyk's like, I want more money. He made a video, he's like, I want more money. You gotta realize, no matter how good of a fighter you are, you gotta realize this is the cash cow of the sport we're talking about. He's fighting, so he wants a good share as well. You know, he's probably has his...
Plus Usyk's a better fighter than Joshua in terms of pound for pound. He's rated much better.
He is.
So he's rated higher than Joshua. So
but
he's probably,
the thing is, commercial value and pound for pound.
But but I know get that. But Usyk's looking at it from this point of view that I'm a better fighter than this guy. I've got an ego. I'm bringing something to the table. I'm an undisputed champion. I'm bringing something to the table. You know, I'm bringing something to the table.
It's the same situation with the Crawford one, isn't it? Obviously now Crawford's a champion.
Yeah, exactly.
Where he's going up, and then all those welterweights are saying that, listen, you've done nothing at this weight yet.
So
it's probably the same situation.
Whereas, you know, like guys like Pulev and Povetkin, they were just happy being there. Whereas Usyk's thinking, hang on a minute, I'm not just happy being there. I'm one of the best fighters in the world. So I need to be respected, right? So Usyk's probably asking, because remember, I think the WBO, the splits are 70-30 in favor of the mandatory challenger. So I don't know whether Eddie Hearn and Joshua are happy giving Usyk 30%. They may think he's not worth 30%. You know, so that's why...
Yeah, but they have to give him a minimum of 20%. You know, they can't give him lower than that. Like, how much lower can you give someone?
Yeah, but listen, if Usyk's highest payday is like 5 million or something, and they're offering him 8 million, right? They're looking at it, you know what? We're offering you your highest payday. But Usyk might think, if I go to a purse bid...
But Usyk also knows, as much as he said, obviously Usyk wants to make as much money as possible, because he knows that there's no guarantee he beats Joshua. He knows he could lose the fight. So he wants to make as much money as well, because he's looking at it. If he was that confident, he'd take the 8 or 10 million, whatever he's not getting offered. And, you know, if he's that confident, he knows that, all right, cool, I'll beat this guy and then get a rematch. But he knows that I need to make as much money the first time, because if I lose, then it might not get a rematch. So you got to look at it in terms of that as well.
But
like Ruiz, someone like Ruiz, he probably just took whatever, because he knew that he ain't got nothing to lose, type of thing. One of them ones.
Yeah, but Usyk...
I don't think Usyk has anything to lose either, because I don't think he's the favourite going into this fight. So I think if he gets 8 to 10 million, I would take it.
People are giving him a lot of bigger chance than they were Ruiz. I think a lot of people think Usyk would turn Joshua over. And I actually think that, look, yeah, Joshua's fought all his mandatories, never had anything. Now all of a sudden Usyk comes and we're hearing a bit, is he gonna fight him? Is he not gonna fight him?
I think he will. I think
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is there was no discussion of not fighting Pulev. There was no discussion of not fighting Povetkin. It was like straight away, boom, boom, done. But all of a sudden now with Usyk, they're like umming and ahhing, Is that because Usyk, they know that he's dangerous? Is that though they know that this guy can beat our guy? So they're a bit umming and ahhing. They're not, is it one of them? Whereas they knew Povetkin and Pulev were quite relatively straightforward. Is it a case where they know that Usyk's more dangerous?
I don't think Povetkin was straightforward. Povetkin could knock your lights out with one shot.
Yeah, but what I mean is, compared to Usyk, Usyk is in his prime. He's not 39. He's not 40. Usyk is in his prime. And he's pound for pound one of the best in the world. One of the best. He's rated top 4 by the Ring magazine. It's Canelo, Crawford, Inoue, and then Usyk. He's in the top 4 pound for pound. So this is a different level fight for Joshua. He's going in there with someone that's a better, more polished boxer than him, that's got better boxing IQ than him. Really, what does Joshua have over Usyk? Just power and size, right? Apart from that, Usyk has it all. So the fact of the matter is that they're umming and ahhing. Is it because of the fact that they know this is a horrible fight? This is a very dangerous fight.
It is a dangerous fight, but I just don't think Joshua's a top. Well, I don't know whether it's Joshua or whether it's his team, but I don't think Joshua is afraid to fight Alexander Usyk. No way. He might, obviously, it might be a tricky fight. It might be, it is a tricky fight. The guy was undisputed cruiserweight champion. He's got good movement, but to say someone like Joshua's, or it might be his team, but from what I've seen of Joshua thus far, I don't think he's scared of any fight. I think he'll fight anyone. He was going to go fight Fury, but obviously that fell through. Not because of his own fault, because of the other side's fault. But he'll fight anyone, man. If the deal's right or whatever, he'll fight Usyk, no problem. He wants to fight the next best guy in line. If he doesn't, it will be strange. But I just can't see it happening. I think whether it goes to purse bids or whether they reach a deal, I think that's the next fight for sure. He's not the type of fighter to duck from what I've seen thus far. So yeah, let's see what happens. But I think they will reach a deal probably by next week.
Let's see, guys. I don't think Joshua's the type of guy to duck anyone. If you look at his resume, he's got the best resume in heavyweight boxing right now. But the fact of the matter is, if he does decide to vacate the WBO belt, then fans are going to raise the question. He is going to be accused of ducking Alexander Usyk. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.